already seeing that effect in our half of the state. As the state decides whether to implement those rules statewide, daycares in our area tell NBC 15 Noon they are stuck debating whether to stay open or close down. NBC 15's Rachel Wilkerson joins us live now. Rachel?
Kim, every daycare I spoke to today say it's causing hardship on parents and employees, but it's all about keeping the children safe.
Wasn't expecting this to happen.
So it's just a complicated crisis for everyone.
Pastor of Oak Park Church in West Mobile, David Smith, says the daycare has limited classrooms to no more than 10 in a room, as the White House has asked, and is taking extra safety precautions until he gets more guidance.
Once there are regulations, which at this time there are none, we're having to do this voluntarily. Once we have those regulations, those safeguards, then of course we're going to follow that.
For Jennifer Mixon's daycare in Prichard, she says she cannot feasibly space out her staff and children. She is following Mobile County School Board's lead and closing.
It's hard to do that with children running around and they have to stay so how many feet away from each other. It's hard. And they're going to touch. They're children. They're going to touch. They're going to play. So how can they maintain that? It's impossible. It's impossible.
After calling more than a dozen daycares, most of them said they were also taking it day by day. I reached out to Mobile and Prichard mayors asking what should local daycares do. Mayor Jimmy Gardner says Prichard daycares will close until further notice following the state's advice. No response yet from Mayor Sandy Stimson. I also called the Department of Human Resources. Spokesperson Barry Spears says closing down is up to each county's leaders and the facility itself.
We would say that, if you don't need to take your children to child care, then keep them home and, practice, social distancing in that way. But if you have to take your children to child care and you don't have any other choice, then, be as careful as possible.
Spears says there will be no interruption in DHR child care subsidy payments. Reporting live in Mobile, Rachel Wilkerson, NBC 15 News.